appreciate this tiny little heart on my cork bit for my teacup that Alistair soldered on for me.
It's Monday morning. It took me about 35 minutes to get here, which is quite a good time on my part anyway. First day in the knit workshop again today. Super excited. Just to get back knitting. It's going to be fantastic. So I wrote this out last week. This is basically what my first semester looks like. A very basic rendition of it. It's got none of my goals or deadlines. Wait, no. Deadlines are on it. Actual deadlines, but none of my own set of deadlines, where I want to be and when, which I'm hoping to write on it today, kind of figure out my own roadmap. So yeah, that's been done this week. That was induction week. That was last week. This is this week. Fabulous. So knit workshop today, and I'm working on my Pechakucha. Tomorrow is CCS day, which I will need to be writing my dissertation outline. Yay. I also want to finish my Pechakucha by Wednesday, so that on Thursday I'm just working on dissertation stuff, and then I have my presentation on Friday. It's not, it's peppermint tea. Today is Monday the 5th, so I have my knit workshop today. Yeah, I've really missed being able to go on the knitting machine. I'm going to use this week to practice. I'm just hoping I have access to yarn because I didn't bring yarn. I didn't check the email. My knits from yesterday, quite a few of them. Yeah, being back in the knit workshop was so great. Just started learning how to work the V-bed machines, so that whole process just got cut off, and now I've been allowed back, and it's so great, so great. It's kind of scary, the concept of pulling apart a part of your knit, but it's also just so satisfying. Alright, I've got a pile of samples. This one is a ripple stitch, so I really quite like this one. It's got really nice texture to it. I think this one was the pleats, or what was supposed to be cleats, but I don't know if I did it right. Cardigan stitch, because I wanted to practice it, because it's one of my favourites. This one's got it's a really square grid pattern, and I actually in between here, it's two separate layers of fabric. Maybe I could stuff them if I wanted to, just a little bit, to make it more pronounced. This one's another ripple one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically a ripple where you've got deselected needles in the front bed. And then I did these ones, which I really quite like. So this is the drop stitch one. It's got drop stitches in between every 4 rows, and you rack it across, and then there's this lovely little zigzag line in between. But I really like the other side because it makes slightly different textured bubbles. And I really like the subtlety in that little changes. You can see it a lot better here now that I hold it up to the light. Stay my dudes. I don't want to scream because I'm the mom here and it would sound weird. But it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday and I've been in the knit workshop all morning working on the 5 gauge bead machine. So this is where I'm at right now. I did this massive sample, which kind of the purpose of this was just to knit a big sample, and I'm gonna like destroy it post make, but I did mess up this little bit, which looks really interesting. So I'm kind of happy that I messed up that a little bit. So I'm gonna keep working on destroying that one. Then I was doing these 3 are all the same technique, all the same setup, doing holding patterns, but I was just changing around different combinations of yarns that I was using. So this one has the ecru Shetland yarn and like oatmeal cotton, which will create different textures like washed. This one has a white cotton, like really bright white cotton, and the ecru. And this one's ecru with a pink cotton. So all of these will come out in different textures, which will be really nice and interesting. I'm not sure how much I like them. I was kind of just looking at different changes in subtleties of textures and colours a little bit, making it more subtle anyway. So that's those 3. Then I did these 2, which I think are the most successful experiments of today, looking at creating like damaged textures in a controlled way. So just dropping stitches in certain ways, and because of how the yarns stretch out when you pull them, it creates these like stretchy little bubbles where you've pulled it apart, which I really enjoy. Yeah, so that was like doing big areas kind of at random, which I like. It's more organic. And then this one was just doing like single needles pulled off, but then it started to get really chewed up at this edge, so I decided just to like stop it and come and have lunch. So that's where I'm at. I think this one probably the most successful one of today, and we'll see what I'm gonna do with this because I'm not quite sure. I decided to come away early. I'm feeling kind of bad today, like unmotivated, because I had access to the knit workshop and I did a bunch of stuff, but I don't feel like any of it really fits for what I want to do. Yeah, so overall it's nice to get out of the flat and have somewhere else to go, but for me grades is just going to be go there, access the workshop, and then come home basically, because the only work I can do at Grays is on my laptop, but I can do that at home on my sofa or on my bed and be warm and cozy. So yeah, it's kind of pointless, which is a shame because I love Grays and I love going to Grays and being there, but the whole experience has kind of just been ruined because of how little time we're allowed to be there, and you can't keep anything there, and you got half of access to workshops. So it's unfortunate. I had a seminar this morning about my dissertation with Libby and with the seminar group. It was productive. I have now got more of an idea of who
and talk to within our group and sort of share ideas with. So that'll be really interesting. I think I'm just gonna tidy a little bit. I'm gonna cook some soup because it's soup time of year. Make a comfortable workspace from which I can work from my laptop. Right now I'm gonna go through the process of washing my knits. There is like an entire blog post on my blog about this. Hand wash all of them, and then I'm gonna put some into the washing machine just to see how this yarn felt. I'm probably going to end up using this yarn for the rest of my project, so I want to see what it looks like now so I can kind of make that decision. Already you can start to see the difference and you can really feel the difference between an unwashed and a washed one. This one's unwashed and it's really quite rough and kind of hard and a lot stiffer, whereas this one has just been washed and you can already see it's getting fluffier compared, and this one's a lot softer.
Surfaces and processes to kind of like explore into the much further.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it like a really deliberate kind of things that I was doing. I wanted to make it way more kind of organic and intuitive as to like what's happening to the knit.
Yep. No, and I do think you're doing that successfully.
Still very hot. So it is the end of week 2. I feel like I'm progressing okay. I didn't get as much done as I would have liked to, but that's just because I like to be kind of ahead, working really quickly. I kind of had a dip in the middle of the week on Wednesday because I wasn't feeling well, and then Thursday I wasn't feeling well, Friday, it just continued throughout the week. So yeah, my productivity levels kind of dipped, that's for sure. But it's now Saturday morning and I feel a lot better. I'm just gonna chill out, plan what I need to do next week, get it all written out so that I know what I'm doing. Yeah, overall it was a good week. Got back to the knit workshop, really excited about that. But now I won't be able to go back in for 11 days until my next workshop, which is in not next week but the week after. So that's quite unfortunate, but I just need to plan my time wisely. I've already ordered some yarn and some samples from Opinions so that I can start to figure out what colours I want to use. So the next week's going to be just full on paper development, digital development. I don't know if I'm actually going to go into grade or not. We'll see what happens. But yeah, now I'm just going to enjoy my weekend. I'm going to keep on washing my knits and just write everything out that I want to do. And probably fix my bike because it's kind of black out. Yeah, overall, pretty good week.